I would credit a lot of my development as a player to playing with the skilled members of Original Sign and US Contenders, and I would definitely not be the player I am right now without playing with those players. Anyway, but onto the game now. It's like 7 seconds till kickoff. 1 TagPro, 2 Juke Juices.
2, 1.
For
Let's see who gets the mid
blue
power
is on blue will be Whitecaps, and for red that will be the Saunuklear Bombs.
So Kenny powers of the Saunuklear Bombs. Let's just call them SBs. He gets the mid power up with the Juke Juice, so he'll be able to counteract Trendy Grub with Juke Juice. And JJZ goes Flag Pro. Uber Noob gates the defender red. And JJZ looks like he's not quite sure which way to enter the base. 3 guys guarding on offensive defense. A good job by the Whitecaps. And now all 4 Whitecaps are back in base. They might even attempt to grab, but it doesn't look like it. They're playing a more conservative role. Uber Noob might do well to go for the regrab because it looks like E just lined up that beautiful snipe.
Very well played by E right there. He had a very small window of opportunity to get it, and he did, which lets his team reset. And
In the meantime, Trendy Grub with a beautiful wall juke. Holy crap! I mean, we were talking about him being a power, but that was a very, very beautiful active base.
Yep. Minor
ASAP
league,
Berg.
major league, worthy performance there.
They're in time to pick up the TagPro goes Flag Pro. If he dies though, he gets to respond with the TagPro. Same as Red currently. And Whitecaps 2 TagPros for them. Except one has a flag, he's not as useful as the others. Uber Noob grabs with the rolling bomb. So far he hasn't had to use it though with 2 takers. He's managing to evade them pretty well. ASAP Berg using the boost, but Frosty sees him coming, snipes for the return. On the regrab. Kisses. Interesting. So what have you seen so far from the beginning, Top?
The Blastoff is an interesting map in the sense that the base is actually pretty defensive. It is almost impossible in my opinion to grab with no help 2-on-2. But the map itself is very chasey and has a lot of ways for the flag carrier to get around without too much risk to themselves. So I feel like this is a very, very balanced map, and it is playing out like that. We have had a lot of exciting possessions, but hold that thought, blue just completely dominating power-ups.
Yeah, Trendy Grub goes Flag Pro, where both his teammates won the power battles, and you gotta credit the SBs. They definitely fought for each base power, they just couldn't quite get the edge on the Whitecaps, who managed to grab both of them in the fight. E's out, he's alone. That might be the first cap of the game if Trendy Grub can get the block, but JJZ got himself in a good position and gets the return. Good job by JJZ right there. Offensive defense isn't always easy, and getting that placement, especially against a better defender, is hard, but JJZ made it happen, and Uber Noob blasts off with the trademarked blast off move on this map. His teammates managed to get blocks, and that's the first cap of the game. It's 1-0 for the Saunuklear Bears.
This map requires a lot of mental concentration because it is so easy to go on a run, and I am very impressed by how quickly the Whitecaps adjusted, but then obviously not as impressive as a blast-off cap right there.
So, as you see right here, both teams are very disciplined with their their power-up timers, and the Saunuklear Bears get 2 TagPros out of it. Well done. Meanwhile, Trendy Grub grabs his second Juke Juice of the game. Let's see if he can make this one count more than the last one. JJZ Flag Pro. I've seen this happen a lot in this game. Lots of Flag Pros, which is slightly confusing. As you said, it's hard to grab, but at the same time, maybe people don't expect you to grab with the TagPro, so that can give you the edge in a hard to grab map. Red comes in with a great snipe. Trendy Grub is ahead of 3 of them. Uber Noob. If I were him, I would have gone for that button. Frosty just overshoots it a little bit, and Trendy Grub squeezes his way to the first cap for his team. 1-1 is the score. That was, Trendy Grub has been showcasing his moves so far. That is a very good display of skill.
Micro, that was just split-second decision-making and small adjustments. He was not going in a straight line. He slightly hesitated as he was coming in, and that he turned off to hit the wall, but just as sorry. So let me finish that. He hit the wall, and that just threw off the red defender enough that he was able to get a cap.
Yeah, it was beautiful, and unfortunately he got a bit unlucky there when his teammate blasted the rolling bomb. It pushed him into the flag with the TagPro. I know he wasn't trying to grab, but That's just, you know, the reality of TagPro. Sometimes you have to watch out for those rolling bomb shockwaves. And so far, I was going to say it's a pretty big stalemate in each base, but JJZ manages to grab, and he gets out top with one trailer. Let's see if he can blast off. Red does well to take away the bombs, but JJZ jukes out E. He only has ASAP Ferg to beat. Red comes in with the clutch grab. Is he going to kiss? I would have kissed there.
JJZ somehow still staying alive.
Look at those jukes. That was impressive, and he almost uses the bomb to his advantage too. Uber grabs the middle jukes, grabs the TagPro. And Frosty's teammate gets the rolling bomb in base, but kind of just waste it right there. Uber tries to blast off. The bombs aren't there. Is he going to be able to juke his way to the second cap? Doesn't look like it. He's going to take a lap. Smart move.
JJZ's beautiful jukes there actually pretty much bought power up control for his team. The opponent team was just in a panic trying to get to the opponent's base as quickly as possible, but hold that thought.
Uber with a great cap, but I think credit has to go to Frosty and Kenny Powers right there with the clutch blocks. Yeah, offensive defense couldn't do much about that. When you're squeezed the way he was, it's just, you know, that's bad luck.
Red comes in for attack from behind, and the Whitecaps are reset. This is not a... I'm pretty sure this is not a result that many people have been expecting. The Saunuklear Bombs coming out on top. But, you know, you have to give them credit. They are playing really well right now, making big plays as well as being disciplined at taking power-ups. JJZ
steals the pack of both Whitecaps defenders. And Trendy Grub and Frosty still fighting for that juke juice in the corner. JJZ just gets unlucky. He tries to kiss that TagPro, can't quite make it, and that results in a return for the Whitecaps in what could have been an easy cap for the Saunuklear Bombs. Meanwhile, JJZ with the incredible jukes. That was a crazy bomb juke right there. And that play uses the bomb and the boost to perfection. He knows this map. He's practiced, and it shows.
That was indeed I have not seen that combination before, and I'm gonna learn from him. That was amazing.
Dude, that's what I like about NLTP. You'll see a whole bunch of new tactics introduced, and especially on a new map like this one, you definitely see stuff you've never seen before. I think most MLTP players have only played this one in pubs and haven't really put much thought into how technically it's played. Meanwhile, Ubernoob with his second cap from a blast off, and that's his total third cap of the game.
3-1 for Saunuklear Bombs right now.
Seems to be, the stats would show that he's carrying this Nuclear Bombs offense, but I'd say JJZ has a pretty big say in what's been happening so far. So
I completely agree. Although I have to say that there was a slight lack of discipline from the Whitecaps there. They had two people in base, no blockers to contend with, but they were not standing in lane of the blast off.
I think they might have been confused as to where Ubernoob was coming from. I think that might be one to chalk up onto lack of communication. But regardless, I think I'm no expert, but on a map like blast off, I think covering that boost lane, or the blast off lane, is primordial if you're playing on defense. Offensive defense. Will Kenny Powers leave it to JJZ or JJZ? It looks like he doesn't. He takes it for himself. He's going to go chase Trendy Grub with it. Meanwhile, Ubernoob grabs the TagPro, and Kenny Powers kills him right after he gets the return. Slightly unlucky, but this might be a cap if he can use his TagPro efficiently. Kenny Powers can set the block. Kenny, JJZ with the crazy juke, and he's in for his first cap of the game. It's 4-1 for the Saunuklear Bears.
Well rewarded for JJZ.
Yeah, so far he's been on fire this game in his first cap of the game, which could be his second or even third, depending on how things have been going so far.
Whitecaps showing a bit lack of coordination right there. I don't think 3 offense is a very good tactic to play on this map, no matter how many points are down. But it happened.
I'm sorry, I've been calling them the Saunuklear Bears. It's the Bombs. That one's on me.
Well, I think they put
Nqoba TV does not tolerate this kind of mistakes, and I assure you it won't happen again. And so the power up, the TagPro in the Whitecaps base spawns. E manages to grab it. Meanwhile, Trendy Grub gets the flag, but is returned by Frosty. JJZ has the flag. Is he going to blast off? He misses the blast off. That could have been a cap right there. Looked like Blue was out of position. Also looks like the Whitecaps are really flaccid right now. I'm not sure if JJZ is lagging out or what's happening. He just seems to be idling in the corner there. It is a very powerful corner for offense. There are 3 or 4 different passageways you can take when you're in that area, and so if you're not being chased, that could be a good place to idle.
3, 2, 1.
And as time runs out, the score is 4-1 for the Saunuklear Bombs over the Whitecaps in what surely has to be an upset.
This is also a dominating win. Look at the stats. Look at the amount of returns. The difference in the amount of returns. Red and E have a combined 14 returns, and that's not even as many as what Frosty put up. Frosty put up 16 returns by himself.
And total, it seems like the Saunuklear Bombs have over 6 minutes of hold out of the 10 minutes. That means that flag was out of base 60% of the time for the Whitecaps. That's definitely something they're going to have to work on for the second half. I have to say, though, credit to Sanuku. He definitely trained his team right for this map and got them to learn not only the boost and bomb lanes, but work on tactics on how to defend. And it's been working out perfectly so far.
I totally agree. They look extremely polished. While it's undeniable that the Whitecaps also have very strong talents on their base, it seems that the lines of communications are not as good. Sometimes there's no one on the regrab or no one guarding critical entrances and exits. Sometimes there's maybe only one person chasing or 2 people chasing. So coordination-wise, I feel that at least in terms of coordination, right now, the Saunuklear Bombs are looking kind of stronger.
Oh, for sure. I think when it comes down to it, you can chalk it up to communication and tactics and all that, but we're seeing a lot of individual skill displayed by JJZ and Ubernoob in terms of juking ability and also just decision making. They've known when to enter base and when to just take a lap. And I think that's what differentiates good from great offensive players.
I agree. Whitecaps making one single substitution, putting in SpongeBall instead of in the place of E.
Now my question though is, what shape are his pants?
I'm sorry, viewers, for being completely incapacitated.
As one would expect them to be round, seeing as he's a ball.
Okay. Oh boy, oh boy.
Primetime humor on Nqoba TV. You only get that here.
Okay, sober up, Kai. Sober up, top. Okay. And we are in for the second half of first game.
This time around, blue team, or blue balls, are the Saunuklear Bombs, and red team will be the Whitecaps with the mid TagPro. And again, the Saunuklear Bombs spawn with a TagPro in their base, which they can surely use to their advantage if played correctly.
Yep.
It does seem though like Trendy Grub has a better spawn for mid, and he will get the mid TagPro. Each team gets a TagPro. The Whitecaps also get a Juke Juice, and Trendy Grub seems to be trying to get the Juke Juice to grab, but he ends up grabbing himself. Jukes his way out of the situation, and he's out still. So both flag carriers going flag pro. And oh, what a juke by Trendy Grub. He knew Frosty was aiming for that boost. And Ubernoob though was not going to make the miss. Same mistake twice.
Trendy dodges the first one, dodges the second one, but couldn't dodge the third.
Third time was the charm that time. And it looks like the Whitecaps might be coming in for their first cap so you can get the blocks. Unfortunately, red just couldn't quite get there in time. Trendy Grub does have the regrab chain going. They have the flag out of base. They're just waiting. He's ahead of 2 of them. But boost spawns as soon as he runs over it. Unlucky, slightly unlucky, but at the same time, when you go over empty boost tile, you have to kind of expect that to happen. And meanwhile, ASAP Ferg is getting so incredibly lucky right there. It looked like Ubernoob was going to get that return, but somebody else boosts right into him and boosts him out of the way. And it looks like ASAP Ferg is going to get that to become a cap. Or is 1-0 for the Whitecaps. And are they going to get a second quick cap? No, JJZ in the way manages to stop the bleeding. Looks like both teams are going to reset. They're going to take care of the bombs in base, which is a smart move, because without bombs, it's really hard to grab on this map. It will
now,
also
though,
seem, if you look at the defensive situation of this nuclear bombs, it looks like they're playing grab defense, which is a bold choice.
on
Trendy
this
Grub
map,
is not going to fall for it though, and ASAP Ferg looks like he's waiting for that bomb. Right as I say that, Trendy Grub does fall for it, with Frosty getting a good return.
I do feel that you need to change your tactics as an offense to deal with this kind of but Trendy Grub just waits for the bomb, gets the bomb.
Perfect bomb timer, I have to say, and that might be a cap. SpongeBob got in the way, but just manages to slip through for the second cap of the game. Score is now 2-0 in favor of the Whitecaps, and 4-3 on aggregate in favor of this nuclear bomb. Red just absolutely
Coming in like a wrecking
the
ball.
Bomb base. But Umanoob grabs at the rolling bomb. He looks like he'll be safe for a little while, gives his team enough time to catch up. And a nice juke by Umanoob.
Trendy runs himself in the corner. ASAP for last line of defense for Red, and Red barely missing on this side.
I've been really impressed with Ubernoob's ability to just run around. And so far he's been displaying it again in half 2. Meanwhile, ASAP Ferg gets cornered by JJZ and Kenny Powers, and Frosty is out possibly for the first cap of the game for his team. Red misses the snipe but comes back, redeems himself, and Trendy grabs out of base. Ahead of 2, JJZ grabs. Red just lucks into that TagPro right there, unless that was intentional, in which case that was incredible.
And
JJZ
Umanoob does the exact same thing in the middle.
with great jukes, I have to say so far, JJZ has been just completely catching the Whitecaps off guard with his juking. And it looked like Trendy, or who was it, ASAP Ferg, almost fooled the offensive defense with that. A lot of offense, very flashy so far this half. Flag's been out of base almost the whole time. Makes it fun to commentate, there's always something interesting happening.
Exactly.
He utilizes the base button very well, gets his own return, or not return, gets his own pop.
Blast Off is also a map that's structured to have action going on all the time, to be honest. It is a very good map. Credit to Noobkin for making such a good map, but hold that thought, ASAP Bird coming in, timely returned by Red and SpongeBob before he came into the base, and then Kenny Powers was just blocked out.
It looks like JGZ might not have a mic. We can see him announcing the power-up spawning soon in the team chat.
It seems that I'm not
decides
privy
to go
to that information.
Pro, which was a bad call in my opinion, especially with two other teammates in base who could have grabbed. ASAP Ferg grabs the TagPro on his way, and let's keep in mind that this aggregate score is tied so far, 4-4. So it's anybody's game.
Whitecaps being pretty dominant this half though, and Foster with a nice boost to end ASAP Ferg's carry.
Great return. Maybe, I mean, I haven't been watching defense too much, mostly because the flag's hardly been out of or in base, but maybe the Whitecaps just figured out the nuclear bombs as grab defense.
I feel
It's a hard
that
strategy to implement, and if not done correctly, it can lead to a lot of bleeding, and so far the 3-0 score seems to be indicating something's not going right with their defense.
I agree, and I feel that you just have to switch up your tactics. What you need to do is firstly make use of the bomb, and secondly just have only one person try to grab, and the other offensive player. Oh wow!
ASAP Ferg
was that?
drags everybody behind him. He's going to go in for the 4th cap of the game. I don't know what JJZ was doing right there. It looks like he was lost or lack of communication. Wasn't sure which way the flag carrier was coming. But regardless, the score is 4-0, and now the Whitecaps are ahead.
Beautiful, beautiful play by Trendy up there, faking going through a narrow part of the map, and then taking an unconventional bounce boost in order to make him get himself to the top. That was very well played.
And both flag carriers coming very close to each other, but ought not to kiss, and that might end up hurting the Whitecaps. But Trendy Grub is having none of it. Jukes both defenders out. It comes in again, but decides to come back out. He's out of base, ahead of 2. But they all managed to get ahead of him, and Kenny Powers with a beautiful snipe.
That was a very, very impressive possession by Trendy Grub there.
We're seeing some very risky strategy so far on offensive defense and defense's part so far. It seems like lots of sniping going on. It's fair to say that there are a fair amount of boosts in this map, so I can see it happening, but it remains a risky strategy, and if you don't implement it correctly, you can just take yourself out of the game, especially with the amount of spikes in this map.
Yep, the spikes are...
with a long-range snipe ray there, but can't turn it into a cap as Red gets ahead of JJZ and gets the return.
Trendy Grub coming into base. Does loses a flag though.
Clear the path for his exit. Noob has used that bank boost more than once so far, and I've seen JJZ use it too. It looks like that's a tactic that Sanuku's taught them, but Trendy Grub,
it out of there?
As I say that, Trendy Grub dupes the three of them. He just inside outs them. That was textbook offensive play. That only the most skilled players can execute that properly, and he did it right there. That was impressive. And he's going to get his second rolling bomb of this hold. This will definitely end up helping him.
It is one thing to be able to run around the middle part of the map and the outside of the part of the map without being tagged by two defenders, but to go back to your own base and then proceed to make it out again with three people there, that was impressive.
And it looks like ASAP Ferg might be in for another cap. He is. Great blocks, but it looks like he probably had it anyway. And the score is 6-0.
He did clip the wall, but he was in front enough to make it.
Yeah, this Nuclear Bombs are going to need a very late offensive push here if they want to salvage this game after a 4-1 win in half one. They've been dominated 6-0 in half two, and the way it's going so far, it doesn't look like they're going to be coming back from this.
Dangerous situation right now for Whitecaps though. But Trendy Grub manages to get across the map, so that's... Oh, and this could be good for Trendy again. But he kind of whiffs the boost. He had no boost lane there.
Sometimes you just don't have the angle, but will you get the blocks? Red can't quite make that block. Looked like Trendy Grub wasn't quite sure which way he was going to block, and that makes it hard to decide which way to juke.
It seems that according to Nqoba, Trendy Noob said SM, and it means serious mode. So expect Noob to turn up his play, show us some amazing stuff. Nice of you to put pressure on the players like that, Nqoba.
And the way it's going so far, it looks like with 30 seconds left, the Whitecaps have secured the comeback, the impressive comeback.
Very impressive.
And 3 caps now they're, what, 3 caps ahead? And with 16 seconds left, it's mathematically impossible for this Nuclear Bombs to come back. This
and
looks like it's a win. And they're going to just pad that stat with 7 seconds remaining. Trendy Grub gets a great cap from the blast off, which has been utilized very well so far. They're going to win this one, this second half, 7-0, in a dominating performance to take the overall game 1 with a score of 8-4, doubling up this Nuclear Bombs. So good job, Whitecaps.
I think once again, defense kind of tells the story for this, whichever team can get more returns.
And if you look at the whole time, it looks like the Whitecaps had over 6.5 minutes of hold time, which amounts to, 65% of the game in terms of flags out of base, which you can't really score when your flags out of base that much. And it shows
exactly.
A flawless clean sheet in game 1, half 2.
That must have been rather discouraging for Saunuklear Bombs to play in such a dominant fashion in the first half and then get just completely blown out the second half. I hope that they can make the necessary adjustments. And Liquid has a US contender game to attend right now, so...
Unfortunately, I'm going to have to leave you on this note for game 1, or for game 2 you guys are going to have a top exclusive. But with this kind of action, I can't see it getting boring at all.
Ah, you are far too kind. And good luck for the game.
Thank you. Hopefully we won't need it, but I'll take any luck I can get. Signing out, this is Liquid.
Alright, and we are doing the halftime adjustments right now. Teams are trying to figure out if there needs to be a server change, any substitutions or anything like that. And apparently TroBall is going to join us for the second game of this series. He's going to be here in about 5 minutes or so. I'm not too sure whether we're going to wait for him to start the game or not, but regardless, it doesn't really matter. TroBall is an awesome commentator and I'm really glad that he's gonna come here and save me. A little bit of flirtation going on right now between Red and ASAP Ferg. ASAP Ferg beseeching Red to just hold him because he's feeling cold. Now they're playing Hangman. Very wonderful. And I think we are going to start to jump. We're going to jump into this game without TroBall for now. But once TroBall is freed from his other commitments, he will join us and provide us with commentary. Right now, I think both teams are ready, and we are just going to start.
Hey, what's up, man?
Hello, TroBall.
Hey, are we live right now?
Yeah, yes, we are. We have just finished the first half of the first. Oh, well, no, sorry, we have just finished both half of game 1. The first half, I believe that the Saunuklear Bombs were up 4-1, or was it 5-1? And then 4-1, and the Whitecaps made an astonishing comeback with 7-0 in the second half. So the first game was taken by Whitecaps. But,
Whitecaps 7-5. Wow, great half two for the Whitecaps.
They were not looking bad at all, to be honest. The Saunuklear Bombs. The first half they were doing really well. It was a dominant first half for that team, for Saunuklear Bombs.
Yep. Cool. Yep. All right. Got a view of the stream right now.
Do you have a link?
Send me yeah, I'd love a group link. Wait, Nqoba, is that the one? Yep, got it. Let me drag myself over to Spec. All right. So we got on the blue team. I know a bunch of these guys. So Saunuklear
Awesome.
Bomb. They got Frosty, Kenny Powers, JJZ, and Uber Noob. And then on red team, you got Trendy Grub, Spongeball, Aesop Ferg, and Red. Or the Whitecaps. Right. And are they about to start? Yep, they're in.
They are starting right now.
All right. I am in. We should be good. All
That
right.
spawns a rolling bomb in the middle, or a rolling bomb on the left, and a juke juice on the right. So nothing special in terms of power-ups, I would say. TagPro is a really game changer on this map because it's so small.
Yep. All right. ASAP Ferg gets the rolling bomb. It gets defused right away. JJZ gets sent back to base. Trendy Grub comes in with a sloppy rolling bomb, but he's able to make a grab of it, but it's all for naught. ASAP Ferg gets it, and Kenny's cutting him off, making him go right. He's going to have a hard time getting off, and Kenny gets him done. All right.
And we settle down for the wall.
Yep.
But to be honest, I would say that was, even though they didn't manage to make anything happen, that was a good possession for the Whitecaps because they kept the opponents on the defensive.
Ooh, JJZ, way to be in there. Trendy Grub had a really good scoring chance there, and he did everything that he could to get it. JJZ just got it in front of him. But it's a whole new game, and it's still 0-0. Yep, Uber Noob fighting for it. JJZ gonna get mid, and Red for the Whitecaps is gonna get it. Uber Noob gets a TagPro. He's gonna be down.
This is gonna be scary.
Oh, too bad that boost spawns right behind him. JJZ got picked off. Oh, and he spikes himself.
Not sure if that was lag there. That was they have not been making mistakes like that so far, and I'm gonna chalk that one down to lag.
Yeah, ASAP with a very nice grab. Good use of the button. Uber Noob though is able to cut him off. Trendy's running bottom right. Frosty's there to back him up. Kenny and JJZ are going to make it even harder for him. And Kenny's able to get the return. Look at the way that the Saunuklear Bombs kind of spread out. They make a wide berth. Yeah, and they're able to get him. There's no place that he could have gone. Oh, Trendy with a nice boost grab of that of the flag. Going flag pro. Let's see if he can get out. And he does.
Very nice power up still there. I think this will be important.
Yep.
Red clearing out the base with TagPro.
Great job.
Really good.
Great job with that TagPro by Red. It was textbook defense TagPro use.
Quick pair of flashes by the Whitecaps, but you know, not a very big deal. They have the flag back home, still in control. And to be honest, Saunuklear Bombs' main problem right now is that they cannot get the get a good grab off on the Whitecaps. And to be honest, I'm not surprised because most of the time they only have one offender near the flag.
Yep. Brandy's got it. He's running around and he's going to pick up a rolling bomb. Gets defused immediately by JJ. Uber Noob's got juke juice and he's able to get the return.
ASAP Ferg wins the TagPro on the right side. This could be pretty good again. But then Uber Noob, excuse me, having a juke juice and making it out of there. Playing patient offensive defense, Whitecaps are. Oh, I'm talking like Yoda again.
See Kenny, can he get him? Red gives him a nice block, and they just barely get out of the way for him.
Beautiful button work by Uber Noob. Uber Noob to deny stop a SpongeBall. I have a question for you, TroBall.
Oh, sure thing.
What are the shape of SpongeBall's pants?
Shape of SpongeBall's pants?
Hmm?
You mean SpongeBob SquarePants?
No, SpongeBall. They be round or they be square?
Oh, that's a good question. I would imagine that they would be. When I picture a sponge, I actually picture a large round sponge. So I'd imagine they would be like what half a sphere would look like. Maybe with a couple holes in it for the leg. All right, couple tag pros for the Saunuklear Bombs. Ooh, Red, great D there, chasing him down. He had just the right angle on him, and then he
Major league level spawns.
Oh yeah, call that kid up right now just for his spawning ability.
Very good. Both teams are not slacking on their power-up controls. Every single power-up has to be fought for and won. And to be honest, I like it this way. Teaching good habits.
Definitely something you want to have.
Oh, trendy grab jukes JJZ out of his pants. I think JJZ was so confused for a moment that he forgot which direction his opponent's base was in.
Wow, that's a hell of a juke to put on somebody to make him lose track of north, south, east, and west. Alright, one of the Saunuklear Bombs left the base when there was a guy in there. I hate to see that. Trendy Grub gets the juke juice. SpongeBall has a tag pro in base, and he wants to use it. Oh, but he spikes himself with a boost. Uber gets shut down. JJZ, he sees a tag pro in base. Oh, now he's not afraid anymore. He can try to go for the grab. Really aggressive grab with JJZ. I really like to see kind of more attacking with 2, but he actually made that pin. He might get a cap out of that one to tie up.
Well deserved.
Game 2, yep. If you can grab off the 2 and get away.
Blockers.
Yep. Good use of the bomb. He knows this map well, JJZ. Uber Noob taking his time. Yep. Let's see, opponents rush up to him, so he's already by him. This could be another cap here if they can close off quickly.
What a move!
And it is! Very nice move by Uber Noob.
In the previous half, apparently Uber Noob said he's going into serious mode right now, and it looks like it's paying off for him.
Absolutely, that was a serious juke right there. Oh, this should be a cap for the Saunuklear Bombs. They got a tag pro lead with a tag pro in base, moving them around. They got 4 to beat. Oh, JJZ's lead goes away at just the wrong time, and Uber Noob's going to have to take a lap. Great block by JJZ right there, giving his guy plenty of time. Uber Noob doesn't take advantage of it, though, and just goes top left where he gets shut down by SpongeBall. He could have had an opportunity to turn that corner and go into base. JJZ, nice jukes. This could be a cap.
Oh.
And it will be. It will be.
He does miss the boost, but Red also walks into a spike, so...
Yeah. Ooh, Kenny gets a little too aggressive and pays the price.
Arab's gonna spawn again soon with both flags out of base. Well, with 1 flag out of base, I wonder who's gonna come out on top. Oh!
Okay, and that was nice by JJZ. I saw his first instinct was to go grab the flag, but he sees that the other flag carrier is very close, and he changes his path up to go get the button, which ultimately leads to it. So JJZ playing an aggressive but smart offense. ASAP's got a rolling bomb. Hesitates for too long, and Uber Noob's able to shut him down.
What's he doing there?
He wanted to use that boost, and then he pulled back and kind of hesitated, and by that time, Uber Noob had spawned and coming behind him. You always got to be fearful that somebody is going to be spawning behind you when you're flag carrier. It's not a safe place to stay in base. It looks safe, and then it's gone. Ooh, trendy.
Grab!
Way to get out.
He has been pulling off those corner wall bounce jukes since the first half of this game, this series.
Nice grab by JJZ. He knew that bomb was going to go off. Oh, but he's not able to get out. And they close up behind him. Kenny's a defensive player, so he keeps that rolling bomb on D.
Seems like they're making rotation so that Kenny can go on offense.
Yep. JJZ gets it. Kenny lays off. Wisely done. Kenny's got just a little bit of time left on that rolling bomb. Let's see what he can do with it.
Oh, and it runs out.
Does run out. Oh, fortunate, but then ASAP comes down. JJZ. Oh,
Wow.
great boost by JJZ. Such discipline to hit it in that way. If you go for the flag instead and get popped, it's a guaranteed cap. But he made the right play in shooting straight to the left off of that one.
Meanwhile, Trendy Grub with an amazing grab, and that rewards him with a cap right there.
Yep. Great blocks by Red and Sponge, keeping Uber Noob well out of contention.
Still, the Saunuklear Bombs leading. Slender lead, to be sure, but still leading. And they have 45 seconds to widen the lead. What is Uber Noob going to do? He uses the bombs, washes the toilet bowl there, didn't go in.
Ooh, unfortunate, and see, that's what you really don't want, is that your guy who was set up for regrab, JJZ, can't get his grab now because you died in the base after retreating. Trendy, showing he's got skills. Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, walls close on him. I really like how quickly the Saunuklear Bombs get back into base, too. And right there, see how fast they got back? They were able to shut it down. They play this kind of soft contain, where they're close to you, but just in front of you.
They have also been playing grab defense for the last half of game 1, and it worked pretty well at first.
Yep. Trendy Grub was able to get through that a couple times with getting 2 caps, but JJZ and Uber Noob combining to score 3. Definitely a good half. I like the field awareness of the Saunuklear Bombs, as well as red on defense for the Whitecaps. Showed some real skill there too.
Once again, similar to game 1, the Saunuklear Bombs are leading after the first half. But the difference is that this time they did not blow out the Whitecaps 4-1, excuse me. I wonder if they can keep up this kind of pressure against, because after all, I believe the Whitecaps are the top team in the league, right?
Yes, I believe so.
And Saunuklear Bombs are somewhere saying 16th or something. Regardless, it has been this is a very impressive performance by the Saunuklear Bombs, and I hope that they can do the upset story, to be honest.
Yep.
Wonder if they're making any substitutions. Nothing happening right now. They're joining a group by PK Subal, who is, if you guys don't know yet, he is the commissioner for the NLTP, working very closely with our respected and beloved private major, the commissioner of Major League TagPro, to bring you awesome games, the NLTP.
Yep. PK's done a whole lot for the community and for NLTP, puts a lot of time and effort into it.
I really like how he is always pretty cheerful. Like, he has this, this is the way he talks. Like, I just imagine him always having a bounce in his step, because the way he talks is just like, he just seems like an unflappable guy. Like, he does get frustrated, but in the I don't really know how to put it. I just have I have a fond impression of PK Subal because I'm not very familiar with him.
Oh, okay. If you were more familiar with him, your impression would be even more favorable. Heck of a nice guy and all that. Real shout out to PK.
The most his flair for a period of time was roll into base like, what up, I got a big block. that just cracked me up every single time I saw it.
That's great. So many other people use their flair to, announce their tournament victories or refer to their team.
Yep.
Not everybody else using it for such high quality jumps as PK. Yeah. Really high quality content from that guy PK. Make sure that everybody's content stays high. Alright, so Saunuklear Bombs in the lead, but Whitecaps show that they can score quickly and score a whole lot, so they're not going to feel like they have any kind of advantage going into the second half. It's still very, very close. Shout out to all the people at Twitch right now. Got Kitten Panda. Schweddies is here. And,
Yeah, Shreddy.
Yep. Mather Jess.
We're talking about the food pyramid right now. Huh.
I think that's
what?
That's got to be code for something.
Mather Jazz.
All right, and we are
How
back.
do you-
We are back for the second half. Are you wondering how to say Mather Jess?
Yeah. I was confused for a moment there, but never mind. We are back in game right now.
Matt Harjess. Okay. Well, you should have spelled it slightly differently.
Matt Harjess. Alright, so bring us to the power-ups, TroBall.
3.
All right, I got kicked from group, but I will be right back. There we go.
Saunuklear Bombs get a TagPro in their base, and what a close fight for the middle Juke Juice. Unfortunately, it is just a Juke Juice, but that was still awesome. Uber Noob wins it over Trendy Grubs, so JJZ electing to grab with a TagPro there, and his TagPro wasn't even running out very soon. That was a questionable decision.
Yep. JJZ has shown that he really wants the flag. He believes he knows what he can do with it, and I can't say he's wrong. But I can say with TagPro, there's other things you could be doing. Leg out, timeout, timeout, leg out, time. We might be gonna go sit after these flag carriers go. Wait,
Oh,
Red has left the game.
Don't leave the game. Have to return the flag first, guys.
I don't think that you could time out in this league anymore. Oh,
Yeah.
really close boost shot, but he doesn't get it. When the flag is returned, then you might be able to take a timeout. Good thing we have the commissioner and to help address some of these issues.
And there we go. That's it. That should be it, at least. According to the old Major League rules, that is what happened. When a timeout is called, you look at the state of the flags.
Yep.
If one flag is out, return that flag. If both flags not return, you can basically, as long as the flags are reset, it's fine. Whether you reset it by scoring or by returning the flag. So the play actually does not stop until both flags are back in base.
I gotcha. That sounds fair. You wouldn't want to be able to call timeout when the other team has a flag. It looks like Red is having lag issues. Is that Whitecaps or is that Saunuklear Bombs?
Whitecaps.
Red. Literally Red. Oh, okay.
Right. No. Now I understand what's causing the issues.
Sanuku didn't realize that timeouts were called. Good thing we have the commissioner here on hand to help with some of these issues. Always good to have the prime officiator, the boss's boss's boss around.
PK clarifying that timeouts are allowed in the Novice League TagPro because they're not really expecting the players to master doing substitutions on the fly when even the Major League players have issues with them. And you know what? I kind of do agree with PK Subal. I feel that because of the lack of infrastructure in the game, in the sense that we cannot pause the game, it is really difficult to do substitutions in-game without causing any controversy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Most definitely is. Even in majors, sometimes it takes a little while for it. I think it's one thing that the captains should go and talk about and agree on before the game starts, and say like, "Hey, are we doing timeouts, or are we going to be doing hot swaps? And if we are doing hot swaps, get somebody in spec that's going to be able to hot swap in quickly." You know what I mean? I think that would be.
I totally agree.
Yep. Doesn't always happen that way, but it would be good training for majors. You know what I mean? Although, I mean, some of the players that play NLTP, a couple of guys I started today, were pretty new to the game, and just kind of needed the clarification on how to move around channels in Mumble, how to get to active in game channels, that kind of stuff.
Totally understandable.
Okay. Schweddies is pretty happy that the Rectal Rangers don't have to play until Thursday. Somehow both captains were able to agree to a different schedule, which is... that's all kinds of a miracle right there. So, Top, where are we going to restart? Are we going to restart at 8 minutes or 9 minutes? Because we're restarting right now.
I do believe it's 9 minutes because both flags will return somewhere in the vicinity of 8:50 something. So it should be 9 minutes, and it shouldn't be too big of a problem. I don't think that this particular timeout caused any issues because both teams realized, well, like, you know, there was people telling them, oh, you have to keep playing probably, and they did keep playing until both flags were returned.
Yep.
And obviously no point, like no team scored, so that makes everything easier.
All right. It looks like each team is going to get a TagPro out of this, and there's a Juke Juice in the middle up for grabs.
Trendy beat Kenny's and managed to survive as well. This is looking good for them right off the bat.
Yep. Let's see what the respective defense of each team can do right here. Both teams get away with it. No, TagPro's kiss. Bases are going to be safe zones. Let's see if they pursue or elect to block.
And
Trendy maybe with the advantage here because he has okay, Ubernoob showing great moves through those corners.
I have a question. Why do I only see 3 blue players? Now Sunball 6, Sunball 8 just connected. That made no sense to me for at least, I'm not sure if it's a screen bug or something, but for a while Whitecaps were playing with 3 players.
Oh, you know what happened too? Is that when he started in the game, I think he joined late. But when he joined, he spawned directly on the other player with no shadow. And I think that's how Ubernoob had the flag and then just, boom, got hit.
That must have been really annoying. So we have an update from Saunuklear and SpongeBob that it is red. I don't know, I don't really think it's not really his fault. Oh, but hold that thought.
Oh.
What miraculous bomb right there.
Yep. And we got a tie game now.
PK Subball clarifying the rules.
Well,
Or just perhaps making them up on the fly.
well, as commissioner, sometimes the things come down to best judgment calls. Not everything can be spelled out in the rules.
I totally agree. That's too many. You can't. Especially with such a friendly and, you know, like a generally honest and friendly community like this.
Really great blocks by Trendy Grub, helping his offensive partner ASAP Ferg get out of base right there. He really opened it up for him.
I'm surprised that he has not received any call-ups to Major League.
Yeah.
Being that
Oh, Kenny Powers, unfortunately not able to get into defensive position quickly. Trendy Grub taking advantage of it and hopping in. JJZ, this is precarious. He gets away though. Nicely done. Sometimes as flag carrier, what you have to do is you have to worry about blocking your own player. And that's something you don't want to do, and that's unfortunately what happened in their base. Is that he blocked his defensive player that was looking for the return.
But 9 times out of 10, I would say that the flag carrier has the priority, to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely.
But still, it's not easy, especially if you are not very experienced. You know, like navigate. You have everything is about pre-planning. If you know that there's a chance you're gonna get blocked, and you know make adjustments on the fly to do it. But if the block comes as a surprise to you, it could just really mess up your momentum.
Yep, and we had a lead change now. The Whitecaps are now ahead of the Saunuklear Bombs. I think with a score of, what is it now, 4-3?
JJZ, amazing move, gets past red, but Trendy has a TagPro in the opponent's in the Saunuklear Bomb base, and that would not be a cap.
Yep.
Trendy going flag pro. JJZ uses the bombs.
Yep. Smart use of those bombs there. Blows himself so free of the situation. They were pretty close before, and he just gave himself a lot of free space. Unfortunately for him, I mean, he wants to go towards base, but you know they haven't got the return yet. Trendy Grub definitely showing that he has skills and can get a long hold time, but it gets congested in the middle and he gets shut down.
SpongeBob with a good return there.
Yep. This could be dangerous. All of red was in base. Ubernoob smartly going over and then avoiding the button. Good awareness there. Ooh, but he bombs right into SpongeBob.
Very nice positioning by SpongeBob.
Yep. Good defensive offense by the Saunuklear Bombs right there. None of them grabbing. I've seen that way too often in NLTP. And well, it happens occasionally. Trendy's got a really nice combo here, and they got a TagPro in their base sitting regrab.
I feel like ASAP should come back. Oh, never mind, not needed.
Oh,
the
and
chain
another
of
one.
lessons. Just mental mistakes right now. There's nothing wrong with their play. It's just making that the lapse, forgetting that if the enemy has a regrab chain, the most deadly, the most dangerous thing you can do is to flash it.
Yep, it really puts your team in a hard spot there.
That really hurts. Oh, going down 2 caps.
Yep.
And now, Whitecaps with a significantly more comfortable lead. They're now leading. Oh, and Uber Noob.
Oh, almost gets it.
1 second too late.
Yep. Jay-Z needing to stay alive for a minute. Okay. See, Red showing that he's no slouch when it comes to the art of flag carrying. He's got juke juice. He's able to get away.
That corner is a very good place for a flag carrier to hide if they want to buy time.
Yep, you can get into base quickly. Alright. Let's see if they can kill off ASAP Ferg right here. Oh, nope.
Oh, wow.
He's a good flag carrier. And they might be able to kill Trendy. No, but he jukes Uber Noob.
Trendy with some truly, he has some incredible jukes where he puts his back against the wall and somehow still makes it out of there.
He's got
Right
a rolling
now-
bomb coming in. This could be dangerous. Oh, it is diffused, and JJZ does get him. If I were him, I might have even just tried boosting top for an option for you there.
I'm guessing, okay, this is just a guess, but what his thought process was is that he was trying to save his rolling bomb, so he didn't dare to take the turn sharp enough, and which made him miss the boost, and that was his undoing, unfortunately.
I gotcha. JJZ wants to score, but has to know that you got to get out of there. Like, staying in that boost lane right now is very dangerous. Alright, now that the TagPro's gone, let's see what he can get together. 2 minutes left in the game.
Oh, and SpongeBob catches up to him. Oh, looking really good for Trendy right now. Can he make the blast off? And he does.
He does. He beats JJZ. JJZ would have used the boost there, but it was not there for him to use. JJZ with the boost. He's going to stand on the flag for a second, but know that it's dangerous. Red comes through immediately after. Return for cap for Kenny. Unfortunately, I don't see ASAP dropping it right now.
Oh, Frosty's TagPro runs out. Oh, beautiful jukes by JJZ, but unfortunately he could not hang on to that any longer.
Yep. So this could be dangerous. Oh, Kenny just in front. JJZ about just got to join him in time. JJZ, unfortunately, when you get close to the flag, a lot of times you can be kind of bumped into it, either by the enemy or by your own player.
Totally agree. That's why you need to space out your offensive defense. You don't want to all become a clump. That makes you easier to block. Oh, Trendy, nice move, but Kenny in with the boost, saving cap at the last moment.
Yeah, Kenny can't even hit the flag carrier, but he can hit the lump of balls there and just kind of move the pile enough so that the flag carrier can't return to his own flag. Alright, Saunuklear needs a great defensive play here. And they get it, but Trendy's right there for the regrab. Gives himself a juke juice. Oh, but Kenny's there. Can't pull back in time. Alright,
Yes,
see, if I was Frosty right there, I would have used that boost to go straight at the flag a little bit faster. He skipped it, and I think he might end up paying for it. Oh, Kenny bumps into him.
Fortunate turn of events.
Yep. And the second half of these games just belongs to the Whitecaps.
3,
Wow,
2,
almost.
Yeah.
5-0 blowout by the Whitecaps. That brings the aggregate score to 7-3 in favor of the Whitecaps, and the Whitecaps make the sweep. Ah, what a shame, to be honest. There were a couple of Rody. I feel that there's not a big difference in the technical skills of either team. Trendy Grub, amazing flag carrier.
Yep.
But to be honest,
JJZ. Yep.
Yep. JJZ did a wonderful job too. But more mental discipline. They did for the second game. Whitecap never allowed one cap to put them in a state where Saunuklear Bombs could chain caps, but the Nuclear Bombs perhaps made a couple of mental errors, and that just led to 2 or 3 caps in a row.
Yep. Yeah, the Whitecaps really just showing good defensive play, as well as great offense. I mean, Trendy, and that's why I got to give Trendy Grub most value ball of that game. He held the flag when he had to, went in and scored when he could. Very good field awareness, good power-up control, nice grabs. Really a full package offensive guy there. As well as making a few kind of crucial returns when the Saunuklear Bombs did get a chance.
Shout out to the Twitch chat right now for sticking through with us on this broadcast. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I think we're probably gonna have our captain's interview coming up, as well as the ball of the game. The commentators are probably gonna pick a ball of the game, and you guys, the spectators, will also be picking a ball of the game. So talk among yourselves and let us know who you think was the most valuable player for this series.
Yeah, Twitch, what do you got for us? Thank you, Sweaties. Always happy for the fans out there, for the people that love TagPro.
So, say, Nqoba, are we doing interviews right now? Yep. Yep, and so Nqoba is about to bring in the captain of Whitecaps E right now. I would love to have a chat with him.
Yeah, let's see if we can bring in E plus Trendy.
Yourself. Really stupid. I'm sunball 10ing it all over.
What's the Whitecaps record right now? 9-1. Wow. Whitecaps now have a record of 9-1. I think Saunuklear Bombs are they going to be 2-8? And they look better than a 2-8 team, but when you run into a good team like this, that's just what's going to happen to you. All right, we've got a couple people in the waiting room, Nqoba. Hello, E. Thank you for joining us today.
Oh no, you're welcome. Thanks for inviting me.
How are you feeling after those couple of wins now?
Oh man, I just aged like 10 years. Those games were crazy. It was awesome. I really enjoyed watching it.
Yeah, the Saunuklear Bombs were able to beat your team in 2 halves of this game. What did you guys do to pull off the win?
I really don't know what really happened in between the differences in the first and second halves of both games, but we did a lot better in both of the second halves with getting power-ups. Some of them were really lucky, but I think power-ups really won each of those halves for both teams.
Yep. Well, that was fun to watch. This guy, Trendy, we saw him make some incredible jukes. Did you know about his skills going into the draft, or what brought him on your radar? Or has he improved a lot lately? What's his story?
Yeah, I noticed him in the original drafts. He was around most days, I think, for that week, and I was really impressed with his jukes in particular. I was really surprised I could pick him up in the second round. I think I said that in the stream then. But I think everyone that's playing actively in our team has improved a lot as well, and teamwork has kind of been the cornerstone there.
Yep, absolutely. After watching a couple of these games played on Blastoff, this game had quite a bit more defensive time with flags in base a lot more. Do Does your defense work together often, or is this a new pairing?
I think those two have started every game except for this one where I started in front of SpongeBob. I was really nailing this map this week at practice, and I just felt terrible today for some reason playing. I just thought my ball was going half the speed it was for the past week, so I stopped myself out.
Okay.
But there are regular starters and they play really well together. Yeah.
Absolutely. Top, you got any questions for E?
Not really. Just want to congratulate them on their sweep, cementing their top of the leaderboard. The current top of the leaderboard, status, because the contenders, the Nevermore, split with Tag Reflex in pretty exciting game.
Yeah, we watched it before. It was a fantastic game as well.
All right. Well, congratulations. How's it feel to be the top team in the NLTP, E?
I mean, it's good. We put in a lot of hard work, so I'm really happy to be where we are. But we're definitely, there's a lot of teams right on our tails, so we're not relaxing or anything like that.
Never give an inch. Never give an inch.
Definitely.
Oh, I guess a pixel would be the proper unit of measurement. You have a New Zealand accent?
Yeah,
am I hearing that right?
I'm from New Zealand. That's right.
I gotcha. Sounds great. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you much, E. We really enjoyed watching your game.
Thank you a lot for the stream, and the commentating was fantastic, and that was a really good game.
Credit to Nqoba for making such an awesome stream, to be honest.
Yeah, no, we found him at the last minute, so that was great that he came up for that. All right, thanks, guys.
All right, take it easy. We'll let you go be with your team.
Later, buddy.
Bye.
What's up?
Hey, Sanuku.
Hey, what's up?
TroBall, this is your Major League captain, right? What do you have to say to him?
Oh yeah, we're well acquainted. Well, tough game for you. You were ahead in both of the first halves. Your team definitely looked like they came to play today. Your defense was able to get timely returns. Do you feel like it was a tough loss today?
Oh, it was a rough loss. Coming into this week, we had our first victories on A team and B team last week, and those were big ones because we're actually able to get our team together, get everyone working, and they're working really well together. I was very proud of them. This week, same deal, going into the pregame, going into practice, working really well. They were just laughing and joking, they were doing a good job, but also getting serious. They were on top of everything. So coming into the first half of the first game, they were on fire, and you could see it. That's just how it went. I think that one cap that went against them, that was kind of just a fluke. I told them that, but they were like, alright, treat it like a 0-0 game. You guys got this. Well, the main difference that broke down was just there's a breakdown in defense. That's what it comes down to. If you look at the stats for offense and defense for the halves, offense had pretty much the exact same amount of hold time from the first half to the second half. It just came down to not being able to cap it or not being able to get those returns.
Yep. The other captain, E, said that he really felt that power-up control and getting kind of in the duels, ending up with the tag pros factored into this game greatly as well. How did you guys think you performed at power-ups when times really got tough and frantic?
Well, personally, I think we did pretty good on power-ups when things were going our way, but once it started to break down, then we were more focused on trying to find the flag carrier and pretty much lost control of power-ups. But for the majority of both games, I think we tried to stay on top of power-up control, and we did a good job of that.
Okay.
I completely agree. That's the one thing that they did have down was the power-up, but at the same time, exactly what JJZ said. When the flag is out of base and you think it's coming in for a cap, you can't focus on power-ups at that point, and so that's when they lost the control. So I don't blame them for that. That's just part of the game.
Yep, absolutely. Well, JJZ, we saw you out there making some great jukes, some great grabs. Sometimes we saw you grab with like you just picked up a tag pro, and it didn't look like you had a teammate in base, but you had no hesitation going for the flag. What's your thought process when you come into a base? I mean, are you looking to grab the flag and get out right away? Do you wait for your teammates? I mean, it just seems like that flag is your siren.
Well, usually if a teammate doesn't show up, if I have a tag pro and they don't show up, I guess within the first 7 seconds, then I just say pop one of them, then look for an outway quickly as possible.
Yep.
Since I know it's going to run out pretty soon.
Yep.
Usually I try and wait for a teammate and give them 5 seconds. If not, then I guess they're either fighting for a power-up or containing, or I try and wait for a bomb so I can blast off. But I don't know, my offense is a little bit weak and I need to work on, I think, grabbing more. I'm not as confident in that, I suppose. So, but thank you for the compliment.
Absolutely. Next week, the NLTP is going to be playing Geo Koala, where bombs and their precise application is the name of the game. Do you guys feel like you're going to put up a good game next week? And that one's for Jay-Z.
I've had, I guess, some experience with Geo Koala before in the bombs, especially the bomb blast off. I think Uber also has too, so we should be covered on offense. Our team is really good, especially when it comes to practice. We go, thanks to Christian, we go over what needs to be covered, and we know what we need to look out for. I think our team will be ready, and we'll probably pull out a victory.
All right, you guys heard it here first, folks. JJZ calling the victory. Top, you got any questions for him?
I have a question for Sanuku. So correct me if I'm wrong. On the first game, second half, your defensive players were playing, instead of the conventional no grab defense, they were playing grab defense, and it worked out really well at first. But I mean, once the Whitecaps figured it out, it ended up being was it 7-0 half? In favor for them. So was that a strategy that you guys you taught to them?
No, I did not say to change up anything. Personally, it depends on the map and how comfortable you are with your defensive partner is the type of defense you play. Sometimes it's good to do push, sometimes it's good to do grab. In this circumstance in the first game, they did a good job of doing no grab or push, and it worked for them, but I guess they did switch it up and allow them to grab a little bit more. But personally, what I saw that was happening a lot more was they were able to use that bomb in base. That bomb in base was used multiple times, when in the first half they never used the bomb. And it's something I probably should have told them right away, but I forgot to tell them. And they used it in the upcoming halves, because beforehand they weren't using it very well because our guys were on top of defusing it. So we'll have to see what we can do in the upcoming, especially with Geo Koala, about making sure those bombs are not used in base on defense.
I agree.
Yeah, that bomb, it doesn't look so effective. I mean, it's just one bomb and it's not even close to the flag, but that thing really does help offense out quite a bit. And with the other one on Geo Koala coming up, yeah, I wish you guys well going forward.
Thank you. Yeah, I definitely believe that this week was a tough loss, but we showed that we can handle and stick with the best. This is coming off of 3 or 4 straight weeks, 3 weeks of no wins in A or B League. And so we came back and we won last week, and this week we gave the #1 team, I believe, or one of the top teams, the run for their money. So this is showing that we're here to stay. I totally
agree. Like halfway through the stream, I was saying this doesn't look right, especially for the first game 1.5. I'm like, what's going on here? The Whitecaps are just getting completely dominated. But it's a pity that you guys. I mean, if you guys could replicate the form that you guys had for the first half of the first game, I'm pretty sure you guys will do really well in this league.
Yeah, definitely. The way I see it is that you learn most from your losses. Because, 1, you don't want to replicate that feeling, and 2, you can go back and see the mistakes you made, and those are what you need to fix more than replicate the stuff that you do well, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
No fact my defensive players are going to want to do that again.
Where's that wisdom from Sanuku?
Yeah. Alright, guys. Well, it was a fun game to watch, and we wish you the best of luck next week.
Thank you.
Alright, thank you.
Alright, to all you viewers out there, thank you so much for turning into Nqoba TV, Kitten Panda, Hembanam, and I can't read that name in the really bright green.
Triangle 60? Maybe.
Okay. Yep. Triangle. Thank you guys for being here. Happy to give you the stream today, and exciting games for you.
Thank you very much for tuning in. This is Bob signing off.
Yep. And Nqoba, great stream again, as always.